Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an author, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and a host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show, in combination with the YouTube version on channel Take Your Life Back Today show on YouTube. Folks, this is a question a lot of people have been asking me. Is it wrong for a Christian to have a drink of alcohol? It's the $10,000, or I should say really the $10 million question. Is it a sin to drink alcohol? And the answer is very simple. No, it is not a sin to drink alcohol. I cannot find anywhere in the scripture a defining verse or a defining passage that says that alcohol is intrinsically evil. I have read tons and tons of articles and books and magazines and heard sermons to this subject, and I have never been satisfied that alcohol is evil. It is an important question for our time. Millions and millions of Americans have brutalized and devastated by the abuse of alcohol. I have had to deal with many people that had shattered lives and have gone through addiction and abuse and alcohol, and that includes myself. This is not just an American issue, but I live here, so I will talk about what I know right now. I'm going to make some preliminary remarks that then do my best to back them up with scriptures and with reasons. Number one is Jesus did make wine. His first miracle was turning water into wine. I have heard many ministers and pastors that I respect go to great lengths to demonstrate that the wine that Jesus made was basically non-alcoholic. They talk about how the distilling of alcohol didn't really happen until centuries later. Friends, the problem with this is that people got drunk in the Bible. There was such a thing as strong drink beginning in the ancient times. Therefore, the argument that the wine that Jesus made was almost non-alcoholic seems far-fetched to me and to most Bible scholars. I don't think Jesus made wine to have a party or to even enjoy it. I think he did it to demonstrate his divinity. Nonetheless, I am sure that the people that drank some of it did enjoy that. Secondly, there has been a huge paradigm shift in American ministries concerning drinking alcohol. It is hard to believe that most pastors and ministers now advocate drinking in moderation compared to how when I grew up. Abstinence was just about the litmus test for sanctification. The party line was almost, we are godly because we don't drink. That idea, although extreme, was a reality at that time. I think the reasoning behind it is simple. If you don't drink, you won't ever have to worry about abusing alcohol. And that is a decent argument for some people to make. However, there has been a grace revolution in our thinking over the last 20 to 25 years. I think this paradigm is for the better, but it opens up the can of debate that can lead to disunity. Sometimes debate is worth the possibility of disunity. Sometimes, that is. In 1 Corinthians 10:23, everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible, but not everything is constructive. Nobody should seek his own good, but the good of others. I love what John Piper said in a video I once watched. I watched it a while back. He intimated that although there is grace and teetotaling is a choice, not a law, as pastors and ministers, they must not cavalier in the advocacy of drinking alcohol. I think there are way too many Christians that just blurt out a quick yes or a quick no without really thinking through the complexities of this question. I myself used to be one. I do not want to be present present at the advocacy of drinking alcohol in a cavalier way. We live in a culture of addiction and abuse. Drunk driving, teenage alcoholism, child abuse, and maybe all of them above, stemming from drunk parents are huge issues. Moderate drinking can lead to alcoholism. It is a possibility, so we must be extremely careful on how we think and talk about that. Number 3, it is a sin to cause another person to stumble into addiction. In Romans 14:20, Do not destroy the work of God for the sake of food. All food is clean, but it is wrong for a man to eat anything that causes someone else to stumble. If a mature Christian's freedom causes a person to fall headlong into sin, then it is wrong. This is not a warning for people who walk in grace to be stifled because they are worried about legal ramifications, Christians criticizing them. This is a warning to make sure that we never destroy the work of Christ in a believer's life by abusing our freedom. Friends, choosing to drink or abstain from alcohol, is it wise to drink alcohol? Not necessarily. For many, many people, it is unwise to drink at all, like in my case. A person's background, disposition, and environment must be factored into any decision that's made. Matter of fact, in Proverbs 21, wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. What this passage means is that wine and beer are powerful, and one must not be led astray. The fact that one could be led astray by these liquid entities should give every Christian a heart check. I have heard often people comparing overeating to overdrinking. Here is the difference. If you go to Cracker Barrel and eat 6,000 calories of saturated fat, you are not likely to get pulled over by the police because of your fat saturation level. You are not likely to drive into a minivan and kill a whole family because of it. Do you see the parallel lines between there? Drink in moderation, drink very little, but if you have an addictive personality like I do, don't drink at all. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and be good to others. And always remember, a simple smile to a total stranger can change that stranger's life forever, and it can change your life as well. Drink a drink or two if you want to drink. Don't drink if you have an addictive personality.